They don't think you could do it, but tell you to try when they talk. All I hope had to keep it alive. Spend a day in the Bronx, but you wouldn't survive. Can be low when I pop out, they know I've arrived. I go have conversations with Zoe, he gon' tell me pull up and come say what you know. I've been up, I can count all them days in a row. We don't say what we do, we be making the show. They say I'll be
the voice of the Bronx. We have Bronx Land with the guys that are out here. Can I get a
yeah? Leave them all right where they at. Try to diss me, I bet I don't even react. Put a show on, I bet you somebody gon' I pick me a book up and drink me some water, invest in the stock. All kids on me back then.
All right, peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. You know, we say legendary a lot, but it gets more and more legendary every time. Super thankful for you being here. I want to say happy birthday to my father in heaven.
Oh, man, happy birthday, 63. Pops, definitely.
So, definitely long live Big Zoe for sure. But today, you know, I'm blessed to have Lady Luck here.
Thank
How you feeling?
Bro.
How you doing?
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely. I count those blessings when I wake up. She God.
Hey.
Conrad's child, Donna's daughter.
Talk about it.
Emmy Award Library. Children's Bible Study at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Sunday wear.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Lucki Crowns.
Yes.
How you doing?
And we got free ministry every Saturday for y'all to tune into. I mean, we got so much we involved with. Like right now I'm hot in my stomach, you know what I mean? So for the ladies, fibroids, we getting into that. You know what I mean? I got a situation on Monday. We're gonna take care of these fibroids. I'm just all across the board. I got a crown right now in the Museum of Natural History. We design crowns for Slick Rick. We got our crowns everywhere. Shout out to Lucki Crowns. I ain't wearing no Sunday wear because y'all gonna get these lashes, you know what I mean? So it's just entrepreneurship, you know?
Right. What's the title of this chapter in your life?
Oh, man. Etch-a-sketch. Shit. And I feel that way because my mom just recently transitioned. So, your dad probably celebrating his birthday today.
Right.
And she's the life of the party.
Right.
So I just feel like everything is, you know, somebody took my Etch-a-sketch and shook it. And we starting from ground zero is like how I feel. Like I just feel like the rebirth of me, the reinvention. I think that that's coming with everything. Realization, you know, like so anything that I've been connected to, like I've cut so many friends off, I've left so many, you know, situations. It's just stripping down and you know, through the fire, the phoenix.
Right. So I definitely want to go down memory lane a little bit, you know. Touch up the memories of the people.
Okay.
Right? So I want to start with the intro. Are we there yet?
Yeah.
And I got a couple bars from, you know, since 13 years ago. Where we originated is still up for debating. Obama said change, and I'm getting sick of waiting. My people got the highest dropout rate in the nation. 40 years ago, we was dying for education.
Yeah. And if I would do a remix or write it, I would say it's still to today. And if you ask me, it's even worse now. The music that I was speaking to back then, if you ask me now, it was like scholar material compared to what's going on now. And I'm not gonna point no fingers at anybody or single anybody out, you know, but I think that we're definitely to a point where we need to start looking in the mirror opposed to pointing our fingers at everybody for our lack of anything that we have in our community. You know, just taking away race. Like, you know, I study a lot. So in the 1600s is when the term white man came about. Like before then, racism didn't really exist. You look in the Bible and they're talking about who's white or black or any religious text from back then. This is something new. So if you know that racism is the boogeyman, it's not real, it was invented, the actions and things that come from it are real.
Right.
But you know this shit's not real. You look at other cultures, they stick together. We're the only ones who don't. And then on top of that, we allow poison in our community. We poisoning our kids with the food. We poisoning our kids with the music. So I think it's time for, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying as a whole, I think it's time for us to be like, wait a minute, I'm not consuming that anymore. And I love how there's so many people who's getting quote unquote woke now, you know, but we don't have to consume these things anymore. And just because that's the music that they give you, you don't have to accept that, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not just that film, television, these apps with these new networks, and it's nothing but, you know, tearing each other down. And like, I'm driving here. Maybe I'm getting older. Maybe I'm corny. But I'm like, why every song, the girl, I'm with your man. And the man is like, I'm with your girl. And it's like, God damn, why you can't get your own bitch? You know what I'm talking about? Leave my bitch alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
police don't ask no question. They killing niggas on sight.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, in my opinion, honestly, like, you could always find a video to go against it because you could always say, hey, well, just comply with the cops and don't give them no reason to bust up, pause. And I've seen videos where the hands is up. I seen a video where a man was with a mentally disabled child and they still shot him.
Right.
And the man is unarmed on the ground and they still shot him. So it's not really much you can say to be like, oh, well, don't do this with the cops, don't do that with the cops. I would say that especially now, everybody's focused on this election with President Trump and Kamala Harris, but we really need to focus locally. And they always tell you that. We need to focus on who's the police of chief. We need to focus on everybody who we're putting in these offices. And that's how we'll really get change. It's not who's at the top of the corporation. It's who's the head of your department.
Right. Spiritually broken women giving birth to them same children. Every boy is a villain. Every girl is a video vixen. Sickening.
I don't want to seem like I'm self-righteous. We're going to do the whole song. I mean, I can break it down. I can break it down.
Right,
I mean,
yeah. I'll tell you what.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, so I come from the era where we don't love them hoes, right? So that's how old I was. And so I'm in middle school and high school and I'm hearing these things. So the men, that's how they treated the women. We don't love these hoes. That's what it was, you know what I mean?
Right.
And ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. And I'm not singling nobody out. These are just lyrics that I remember hearing. And of course, that was the main thing that was going on.
Right.
Well, those girls got pregnant. And those girls had kids. Right. And now we in these broken homes. And now these kids grow up. And now we're wondering why there's a pandemic of drugs through our community. And we wonder why, because there's so many different broken homes. And of course, we could go back where it was purposely done to us because there was things that were purposely done to our community while we've been here. But then after a while, we took the reins and it was like, all right, we're going to destroy ourselves. So when you saying that, it's when women, my sisters, when we not, I don't want to sound self-righteous up here like I'm pointing fingers at anybody and shit.
It's important. It's important.
I'm just saying the things that I see. You know what I mean? The things that I see and, like for instance, my mom couldn't give me $1 million, not because she didn't want to, it's just because she didn't have it.
Right.
So in our community, when it comes to some of the women and the females, like if they weren't blessed with somebody to install, securities in them, self-esteem in them, reassurance in them. And, as you grow older, the decisions that you make affect you and the children that you have.
Yes.
So whether you go achieve or lack thereof, wherever it is that you feel like you can go in life, I feel like it's all from, of course, hard work and stuff, but what you believe you can achieve, So, yeah.
Right.
You're gonna go through the whole thing.
Well, this is I wanted for you to expound on that a bit because we need the transfer of information from generation to generation. And many people aren't listening or don't want to listen, or many people don't care to ask, but you're a very intellectual woman.
Thank you, Mom.
So I want the world to see that, and I also want the young queens to see, like, okay, it's okay for me to study. Like Lady Luck says, she does research. You know what I'm saying? That may spark interest in somebody's mind. Feel me? So
I would just love to encourage people, especially while you still have access to the World Wide Web. You have a highway of information that is free. Just Google stupid stuff. That's how it started off with me.
Right.
Like, where does knock on wood come from? And where do these sayings come from? Like, it hurts my heart to hear so many my brothers who rap and things of that nature, and they yelling out blocks that so many black brothers have died for, killed for, they're in jail for, and don't realize that these blocks are named after slave masters. So even after they dead, you still doing their work. You get what I'm saying? And it's not like it just gets so deep, you know what I mean? And I'm not putting the blame on anybody in my community. I'm just showing the things that's going on because I know all of the evils that were built up against us to bring us where we are today. Really quick, I mean, since you want to get deep and stuff, I told my girlfriend today, I said, my fiance today, I said, I really don't believe or I really don't agree with one of the biggest Christian philosophies there is, and that is heaven and hell. And how I come up with that is I am a black woman in America, and I know since the time that we were quote unquote brought here, allegedly, we'll get into that,
right.
Shit. But since we were quote unquote brought here, I know the things that's up against us. But if that's the case, all niggas go to heaven. And why do all niggas go to heaven? Because, like, let's say we have somebody like King Von. That's relevant to everybody. King Von, the serial killer, and all these other things. But the environment that he was brought up in, and especially with Chicago and the Red Line, and if you do the history on it, the evil, demonic things that they did to the black people that was there, from where they put them to live and how they set up their community. So you have people who are bred in this, and they come from that. They don't know nothing else.
Right.
Nobody was there to show them something else. And then, like, even him or Extension, they died before they even get a chance for redemption.
Right.
Or they're a product of their environment and they just chose to be the best at that environment. They didn't really get the opportunities that somebody else may have.
Right.
They go to hell forever? Forever? So that means that majority of us is going to hell because of the situations that we were put in, and a lot of our morals had to be jeopardized to pay the rent, like to make sure that the kids eat, and things that you wouldn't have done if these evils weren't in place to keep you behind.
Right.
So, I mean, shit, I'm
here for it. I'm here for it. Stop dealing with it all on your own. Let's pray together. 2021 free ministry, right? Why venture into Christian rap?
I don't want to call it Christian rap because I done seen everything different. I see things differently. Like I was on the phone with my aunt today, and she's like, "Well, who do you worship?" and all this other stuff. I don't worship nobody. Christians, they don't realize how much witchcraft. The modern day Christian in America does not realize how much witchcraft is in all of their practices. Just like most people who practice Santeria don't understand and realize that you walk into a botanical and you'll see the black statues and the white candles with the saints. A lot of people don't understand that in order for that to even be smuggled out of Africa, they had to join with the Roman Catholic Church. So that's why you get that in there. But it sometimes, if you really do your research, it's an oxymoron. So like, with Christianity, I don't want to call it Christian rap, man. I want to call it higher frequency, because the Bible does tell you to study to show thyself approved. Right. I don't believe it's just the word right there. I believe it's all other things that Yahweh has given us access to, So my enemy, I tell my uncle and aunts who are Christian pastors and stuff, my enemy is not a Muslim. My enemy is not somebody sent it here. My enemy is darkness. Yeah. So, because I've met dark Christians, I've met light Jews, I've met light Muslims. You get what I'm saying? So my enemy is darkness and anybody thereof.
Right. So I found a few tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that I want to go through with you.
All right, because I erased a lot of shit.
Right.
I made sure when people start getting in trouble for tweets, I win. You know, right?
It's crazy. Majority say Drake lost. That boy gonna come hit after hit this summer. Watch. Let's see how they treat Drake. How they treat Kendrick's songs outside of Like Us when the smoke clears.
I said that I be riding for people. Sometimes late at night, I just be saying shit. I ain't got a dog in that fight. I don't know neither one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was cheering for Drake, Underdog. I really, really love a lot of Drake's music. As a person, I can't really speak on, right. I've never really hung out with him, I've seen some corny stuff,
Right.
But it's just so bad because it was like everybody was doing the dances in the club and Kiki, Do You Love Me? And then when Kendrick came out, it's like, they burned him. Like when, I don't know if y'all ever saw when they hated disco music. When disco music was over, they was at Yankee Stadium, right. And they burned all the records on the mound and everybody, fuck disco. You niggas was just Donna Summers last week.
Right.
So that's how I felt like the hate train was coming. But one thing, I'm like, well, if he's as strong as Nicki was, because Nicki done had a hate train 2-3 times, all you gotta do is call her and ask her, how to get through it. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it got ugly. That song got way crazier than I expected. They not like us. They playing it. They playing it in church. They playing it. They playing it everywhere you go. The baseball, basketball games. So let's just see how it play out.
Right. Ignorance is bliss. Don't seek truth. Once you head down the rabbit hole, kiss your fantasy goodbye.
Yeah, man. Some days I wish I didn't jump down the rabbit hole. Things got messed up for me, man, when they started saying the world was gonna end in 2012. And I said, what? So I went and started researching that and the photon belt and the polar shifts, and then you get into the Anunnakis, and before you know it, you're performing at Billy Carson's second annual Conscious Awards, and you with the people from Ancient Aliens. But ignorance is bliss, because when you don't know about anything, then you could be happy. But the more you know, when you know about where the food is coming from, and you know what the government is doing, and you know about it's not fun anymore, you know. So I stopped watching videos. I stopped reading stuff. You know, my main focus right now is meditation, astral projection, things of that nature. I really don't I don't go watch that stuff and seek it no more.
Right.
Because you'll never find the truth.
Right.
That's the thing. It's a rabbit hole from like Alice in the Wonderland. You'll jump down there, and then you have to really be careful about the information that you consume, because, like, for instance, just something briefly, like something about Horus. You know, you could watch certain videos and they'll tell you that Horus and Isis and those, you know, Egyptian deities are evil. But when you really go do the research on your own, because they'll use that and be like, oh, it's Illuminati and that's what Beyonce and them is worshiping. But then when you go and realize where they are and where these stories come from, you know, a lot of people are selling fear. So when you go obtain your information and your knowledge, be very careful about what you're taking, especially from YouTube. You know what I mean? You read books, like I have, the books I have at home will blow your mind, but you know, just be careful. If you take my advice, man, just stay away from this shit.
Right.
As far as you can.
People assume I'm happy because of these pictures. Just zoom into the eyes.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize it at first, but you know, a lot of my pictures, I would ask my fiance, why do they look like that? She would tell me my eyes are sad. You know, my mom passed away, and like it was so unexpected. It was just so out of nowhere, and she's the center of my universe. You know, so and a lot of people, they'll look at these pictures on my page and they'll see them traveling so much and I'm performing, and it's all of these things that they feel like I'm happy about, and I don't know what happiness feels like anymore. I know moments of enjoyment, you know, but yeah.
Right. It's
damn,
crazy.
nigga, you ain't want to rap about, you ain't want to come here and ask me about no bullshit. Like you come in.
We got a little
so
bit.
he pulled his iPad out.
Listen.
So look, you said y'all ain't give me no alcohol. You know, go ahead.
Right. We'll have our first drink someday soon.
Okay,
For sure.
I'm messing with you.
It's crazy. The further I go, I see I can only trust my girlfriend. Friend's been really shaky lately.
Damn, I said that too, right? Yeah, I mean it's true, and that's weird because this relationship is different. I dated a celebrity before, and everybody didn't act like this. You know, initially they loved my baby, and then like people just got really weird and really strange. You know what I'm saying? Me and Babs Bunny been friends for 20 years, and then things got really weird, really strange, and like I said, after my mom's passed, it just got really, I'm telling you, brother, it just got really weird and really strange. People just started doing the craziest things. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Biggie said, me and my bitch. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's it, you know?
Savory, tasty, cheesy, oniony, all of the above. One word to describe it, scrumptious, right? We from the town, so we just gonna say pause first, but it melts in your mouth. You just love it. You know what I'm saying? I wear this shirt to sleep. How much I love 7th Street Burger, man. It's near and dear to my heart. You see the logo? It's near to my heart. That's how we do it, man. Peace.
Corny people.
Goddamn, how many of these things he got?
Last one. Corny people can't be uncorny.
Yeah.
Even with money.
Yeah. And I was just defending him a couple questions ago. Let me stop. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Nah, it's true. I've met so many people, you know, and they got money, and it's like they'll throw it around, but it's like I just been around people. I don't know. When I'm in my emotions, I find my phone, and if I had me a little cocktail or something, some shots, I find my phone. So I don't know. What date was that? Do you have the date with it?
I want to say it was a few years ago. It's like 2021.
Okay, yeah. See, I don't know who I was around, but they made me mad that day.
Right. So I liked your freestyle on bars on 9-5.
Thank you, sir.
Right? And I like when you said, a lot of y'all mad at 6ix9ine here we coming from. 69% of you niggas just sound dumb. Because nowadays, either one of you snitching or you run with one.
Exactly. Look at that whole Young Thug trial. That thing is so entertaining.
YSL Woody.
YSL
Woody.
YSL Woody, out of control. And a lot of people who were talking shit about 6ix9ine, some things came out about them eventually, and now now he can come out of hiding. Because I've been new about these things. I've been new about so many people. Like, I got a homeboy. They called him a snitch. And when they'll be upset with me, but when they see him, they don't say nothing to his face.
Right.
He go wherever he want to go. And that ain't none of my business. Me, personally, I know that I went to jail for not snitching. And because if I did snitch, they would have snitched on me and I would have got more time.
Right.
Right. But I praise God now and I don't do none of that stuff. But yeah, no, I just know a lot of people, they soft. People aren't built like they were back in the day. They're not cut from the same cloth nowadays. So you get in trouble, you pointing fingers. Like when I got in trouble, the police went to my cousin. He hard as hell. He in there for child support. Soon as the police come to him, he's singing like I got all the paperwork. So everybody who tried to act so tough, when I realized it was a myth. It's just something people talk about. You go do 20 years from somebody, you stupid.
Right. How long did you do?
All right. Now, see, I ain't telling nobody. You know what I mean? But this is a long story. But I did 110 days. Now, don't be, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that I should have did a long time. I was sentenced to a 3 to 5. And then my family got involved, and then they sentenced me to a 3 flat. I'm not going to lie to you. I prayed my ass off, and I had already signed the paperwork, and they told me I could do sentencing in after the holidays. Prayed my ass off, and then for some reason, at sentencing, Judge Joseph Conte dropped it down to a 364. And that's 1 day short of a year, so I did my time in the county. And I ended up doing 110 days for first-degree armed robbery. And I have all my paperwork. I'm not bragging or anything. I didn't tell on anybody. I just really promised God I wasn't going to rob anybody anymore. And when I was outside in the street, y'all lucky I made that promise because for a minute, it was very hard to watch y'all out here be so sloppy. But again, this was 20 years ago, so I'm not bragging about it or anything. So I'm just being honest. I prayed on it and,
Right. Well, I'm the king of the sidewalks, so I try to stay in my lane.
Right.
And I feel like for certain people, they're out of position. So the streets, there's some people that are really good in that field.
I was horrible.
You were?
What happened was I got a record. See, I wasn't a gangster. I'm from New Jersey. Not saying that we saw from Jersey, but where I was at, I wasn't a gangster. Right? I just always was a tomboy. So what happened was I got a deal with Def Jam. And I started doing gangster rap. Then people started treating me like I was a gangster. So then I started acting like a gangster. So then when I left Def Jam, I'm a gangster now. Right? Yeah, now I'm cut from that cloth. My father and them, my you know what I mean? Them people before me, but I didn't have to do that stuff. And man, I spent years, but all my crimes were unsuccessful. So I don't have any success stories and we tried, but none of them were really good. So I said, maybe this is not for me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's okay too.
Yeah.
Because that's the part. In the streets, saying that, oh, you soft, you this, you that, but you tried it didn't work out, it's not for you, and that's okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of gangsters. I know a lot of people locked up. I know a lot of people that's not with us anymore. The last time for me was when the DEA ran down on us. And I said, you know what? I can't keep doing this. So now when the police get behind me, I don't have no anxiety attacks. My paperwork good. I know I'm not trying to be the person that I was trying to be before. So it's refreshing.
Right. Ex telling people I ain't had no money before. Tables turn.
Yeah.
Look at her burn. Now that bitch broke.
Yeah, but I don't know her financial situation, but I know she ain't popping like me.
Yeah.
You know what it was? Again, so when I had first got into, I had a TV show on Bravo with my family, 2017. And Shorty was on there, and at the time, she had the bag. And she was jealous of me, which is mad weird. It's definitely it's hard being gay and pretty in a relationship sometimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because people will get jealous. And she rapped, and she wasn't good at rapping. So, because she had more money at the time, she would act a certain way, and it was cool because I'm always humble. But then we broke up. Love and Hip Hop was hitting us up. Like, yeah, I want to come on and things of that nature. Now, this bitch gonna tell them that I was homeless and that I was driving a minivan and that I was broke, right? I got rid of the minivan by then, bitch. You know I had a brand new car by then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can't shit on my van. Shout out to my van, Betty. You
Right.
know what I mean? And even when she came to Jersey, I let her stay with me. So she stayed at my house. But I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? And I let you drive the car, let you do, all of that other stuff. So I just heard things that she was saying to people that was extremely whack and telling people, I mean, she's very bitter. She's still on my dick. And baby, I'm telling you, I just had a battle with the horse face bitch, and she got in touch with her, tried to send her bad information. And she looks horrible. Her new single is out. The song is not as bad as the last one, but on her cover, she looks like. Remember when Michael Jackson's nose fell off?
Right.
I swear to God, I'm not. If you go look at her, I dodged the bullet. So,
Right.
and you asked about it. I ain't bring the bitch
Right.
up.
I don't know who she is.
asked.
I don't know who she is. So that's good.
Good.
Right.
Good.
Rejection is God's protection.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All
Let me
right.
tell you who it is. I'm gonna text you.
No,
I'm gonna show you.
Oh, you can tell me later. You can tell me later. Right. So how do you feel about the word bitch?
Hey man, I'm like too short. What's my favorite word, bitch? But it's like, in the context, because I understand, we're human beings, gotta understand whatever you give power has power.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So like we get the word nigga power. And I understand where the term, the
Right,
context, how it has been used.
The origin.
But if you understand that the white man been chopping language up forever, and that nigga, niggaz, and then when you do the translation, it goes back to black. You understand what I'm saying? Then you realize that they just been chopping it up and just been using it for a derogatory term. So if I be like, bitch, it's all about how you say it. But when I see my girl, I'm like, hey, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's a word of a term of endearment for me.
Endearment, yeah.
You know? Now, some people don't like it. My homegirl, she ain't like it. So I start calling her princess.
Right.
I'm like, hey, princess. And she know I meant bitch. You know?
Right.
So we laugh. But
Right. I want to go.
how you feel about the word bitch?
I avoid it. I stay away from it. And if I ever say it, I meant it in a bad
Let me
way.
put you up on game. Let me
Right.
put you up. I'm Lady Luck, right? So I'm like an anomaly. I'm not a man and a woman. But like I'm a man and a woman. Now watch this shit, right?
Right.
Like I'm a woman. But I get to go into the dressing room at the strip club.
Right.
I'm a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So I'm
right.
in there. I'm like, hey, that's my bitch. You know what I mean? I
Right.
can grab her ass. So like when you see a girl, you be like, that's my bitch. Yo, oh my God.
Right.
It's gonna be a 1,000,000 woman march.
Right.
You're gonna get canceled.
Right.
Me, I go outside, hey bitch. They be like, hey love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta be with me.
Okay.
And you might get something off.
I'm with you.
All right.
Okay, hang on. So I want to go into toxic love story.
Okay.
Right. So toxic love story, chapter 1.
Mm.
Scared of love rejection. She could leave now because none of this is your problem.
Mm.
You remember the toxic love story, chapter 1?
Yeah, majority of them were true. What happened was I was single.
Right.
And I really, well, chill, my wife. Hi,
Yeah.
baby. No, I mean, some of them were true in the beginning. They were stories that I was just experiencing while I was single.
Right.
Before I got in this happy relationship that I'm in.
Right.
But I had a good time being single.
Right.
Too much fun.
Right.
Goddamn.
So in chapter 2, you said, never show no interest in my fear of commitment.
Because I was committed before. And then I really wanted to have like a hoe phase that everybody be talking about they had. You know what I mean? I just don't know how to be a hoe. I wasn't having sex with a lot of
Right.
people. You know what I mean? But I wanted to be out with a lot of girls because it was the first time I was slim, with some money. My name was hot. Nicki Minaj said, get the strap. What? I was the hottest dyke in these streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to have some fun. So I ain't want no commitment. And people out here, they have issues. And I was having too much fun.
Chapter 3.
Yeah.
You expect me to put on a chase like I don't be in the mirror looking back at this pretty face.
That's what them hoes had fucked up. Let me tell you something. Because I be wearing the baseball cap and stuff like that, like they wanted me to chase them. And I will do a little bit.
Right.
But I'm hot in these streets right now. And like my pride wouldn't allow me to do too much. So if it was like too much chasing, I bitch.
Right.
I'm prettier than you. You know what I mean? Like it got crazy. It really did get crazy.
So when I text, you don't respond by the end of the day, I'm back in them DMs, seeing what bitches gotta say.
No, but I'm married now. I'm
Right.
getting married, baby. Don't listen to cheats all of these.
Right.
Yeah, yo, I used to do shit like I would have one girl and I would post her in my DM and then another bitch would curse me out and then she would block me and then I would get that situation right and then I would post her and then the last bitch would curse me out and then she would block me and I was having so much fun doing it. I'm telling you, I was taking the baddest bitches out on dates and then the next week I would be with another bad bitch and they would curse me out and I was enjoying this shit. Like bitches was only getting steak dinners out of me, you know, so we at the top restaurants. I remember I was out, one girl, her girlfriend was on the phone with me trying to make me upset. Like, yeah, we be together and this, that, and third. I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm on a date right now and sent her a picture of the bitch. And the bitch I was with was better than the bitch she was calling me about. But I am married now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But mad.
Man.
I had me some fun.
All right, so last two questions.
A lot of them girls say they're not gay, and that be the fun part for me.
Okay.
So a lot of them like, I'm not gay, but luck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't have to be gay, but luck. So it don't even have to be the intercourse and things of that nature, because like what I do it really well. And women are crazy. So if I do it really well and I don't, you know, the game that I was just playing, like
Right.
they're gonna try to hurt me, you know, because
Right.
I'm still a woman. You know, they're gonna
Right.
try to cut me or something, you jealous bitch. So, you know, I had to be very careful. But a lot of them be saying they ain't gay, so I just be getting a kick out of it, like, well, let's just go out, and I get a kick out of all that shit.
Right.
But not anymore.
Right. I mean, did you always know, or like, how was high school luck? Like, was high school luck into women?
Can you believe I was in all this denial? And then that's the craziest part, because all the girls I found out that was into girls in high school, I could have started this a long time ago. But I ain't really know how to like push up on bitches, you know, like, because that wasn't the thing back then. I hate this angle, you know, but that wasn't the thing back then. So like, I did have the baddest bitch in high school when she first came in, and she was a dancer, and it's a long story, so I hope she's okay wherever she's at in the world today. But you know, I always had, but it didn't start till I had a record deal, you know. I was always shy and I was a little goofy, you know.
Did your family know?
Everybody was in denial. And plus, I'm pretty, so don't get it fucked up. I always had a gorgeous boyfriend.
Right.
Like, all through high school, I always had a gorgeous boyfriend. Even after that, you know, it was only until, like, Ellen made it cool that, you know. Well, before that, in the closet.
Right. So do you feel free now?
I feel like it's fucked up now, because y'all put me through so much shit because y'all knew what was going on in my lifestyle, and then Young and May come out, and the same niggas who was trying to play me like, come on, Young and May, give me that. I was like, y'all niggas is whack. But I appreciate the it didn't really change for me, to be honest, because it's not like I was putting out gay porn or any of that shit before that. Like, my bedroom is my bedroom, and you always seen luck with one woman or a team of women. So it's like, it didn't really change for me.
Right. Message to your younger self.
Leave them bitches alone. Younger self, put yourself first. And that was just always difficult for me until I got older, because it was like, you know, it was always somebody's interest before mine, or it was always making sure everybody else is good before I made sure I was good. And so if I could talk to younger luck, like, fuck them, you know?
Right. Message to the youth.
Same thing. That's it. Younger luck, younger y'all. And don't listen to nobody else. Follow your dream and be 100% committed to it. And if it's not working, then figure out what is not working and what you can do to improve it and what you can do to go harder at it. That's it. Don't let nobody tell you no.
Right. So any shout outs, let them know we can find you, websites, merch.
You can't find me. All right? Don't find me. No, you only see me in these pictures. I'm on Instagram at I am Lady Luck, Twitter, I am Lady Luck. It's She God on TikTok, if they're still around, in a couple months. And yeah, we working. We got everything, man. I'm telling you, we got a clothing line that we working on, Donna collection. We got some super fire designs. Just did a deal with this nice warehouse over in China. Shout out to them. I'm just working. We just stay working. We're working on TV shows. We're working on a movie, Dog Nappers. Make sure my nephews is in that. We got nice cameras, so
Right.
staying busy.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you for your time.
I appreciate you for your time. I apologize for being late, okay? Y'all picked the worst area for me to come to, but I'm here. Lashes is done, okay? Shout out Sunday Wear, Lucki Crowns, all with the I. Shout out my partner, Tiny Jones. Shout out my artist, Dolly B. Shout out Amber, Greatest Entertainment. I'm fried. Oh, yeah, we got a line of weed coming out, see? I remember that. We got a lot of shit, so I'm going to keep you posted. Right. I'll send you a gift box.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, follow, stay tuned, and continue to have a safe summer. Peace and love, world. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, support the channel, show your love. You know what I'm saying? We have a great conversation week in and week out. You never know who's coming. You never know what we're going to do. But at the end of the day, it's all about peace and love. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment.